our next spot with I think one of Aaron's, actually two of Aaron's favorite guys in the World Heavyweight Championship scene. Our boy, your boy Gunther came out first. And I'll start off with my perspective, and maybe we could bounce it off. But me personally, I thought that there is such a contrast in the pops and the reaction, the crowd reaction between Gunther and Jay. Like I personally thought that there was a negative pop for Gunther. And that when Jay came out, like the crowd, the San Jose crowd was fucking going crazy, bro. And like to the point where Jay was even fucking winded after. Like when he was cutting the promo, I felt like he was like still like trying to catch his like adrenaline and trying to settle down from that fucking crowd, which I thought was dope and actually fed into that promo. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Gunther. I don't know. For me, after this promo, I want Jay to win it. Saturday night's main event Jey Uso. I think is perfect. If he doesn't win it, I'm gonna be sad. Uh,
Jey Uso came out with the San Jose Sharks colors.
Yo.
Yeah, and so the entire arena was going crazy. So I
Yeah.
want to ask you, Aaron, what was the pop for Jey Uso?
It's one of those things that you just have to be there to understand how it feels. Seeing the whole crowd just doing this, it's just probably one of the coolest things you can ever see in unison. It's just, and everybody also singing along to the song, just going yeet, yeet, yeet. It's just, it's
So
just a
on a
cool
more
entrance.
on a little more serious note, and this is for you, Aaron. Like, do you think so? What I know about Jey Uso was that he has a brother, and he was a tag team member with his brother, and they have since split. Do you think Jey Uso is can be a champion and can hold the championship
One thou-
like an individual
one
championship?
thousand percent, yeah. I mean, he held the IC title, and people were happy for him. And I feel like maybe not now. Give him 6 months, maybe a year. He'll be a top guy in a world champion. But like, again, like look at the landscape of the main event. You have Punk, Roman, Cena is back. It's kind of hard to be up there. But I feel like in the future, this guy is capable and to carry the company and the title.
And so I'll ask you guys this: if you have that kind of competition, all those wrestlers vying for those two titles, would anybody be mad if Uso held one of those?
No, but look at the reaction he gets every time it comes out. He's over. People love him. The amount of people wearing his shirt, the glasses,
The
the
glasses.
signs,
Saying
people
yeet.
yelling yeet at the before the show. During like outside, one person will yell yeet, and you hear 20 other people yeet back. Like this guy is just over.
And
So
for
you think it's his turn then? You think it's his time? Would you guys, if I'm not a betting person, I don't think you guys either. But do you guys think it's time for him then?
I personally think that they should give him the strap at Saturday night's main event. I think it's time. Outside of like my Gunther hate, like I just think like we gotta strike when the iron is hot. Like especially with like the IC championship and like this WC championship, especially with like the Royal Rumble and everything coming up. Like I think Gunther would do better in a Royal Rumble, like being a contestant, than holding a fucking championship, like going into that Rumble or going into WrestleMania, And I think like just story. If I'm Triple H and I look at the different like storylines that I'm fucking weaving, having Jay with one of those championships makes that shit super fucking interesting, bro. Like it makes just you don't know if Roman wins the Royal Rumble, who he's gonna go for at that point. Like does he go for the World Heavyweight Championship just because Jay's doing it? And he wants to prove that he's the fucking tribal chief, those type of things. Like does John Cena go for Cody Rhodes that championship, or does he go against Jey Uso? And I really think like how they always do like those segments where the World Heavyweight Championship, like both of them, like the champions, they talk to the Royal Rumble winner and they're like, "Hey, go after my ass," like let's do this fucking match. Let's do it a Mania, all of that stuff. I think it's more interesting if Jey Uso has one of those championships instead of Gunther. You know, because I've been trying to think like, okay, if John Cena wins the championship, like no one wants to see John Cena and Gunther like at least not for his last ride. You know, like not for his last Mania. That might be good for like a Monday Night Raw or like like a SummerSlam. But I personally like. I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather see, like a Jey Uso and John Cena, or a Cody Rhodes and a John Cena. That's just what I think.
What do you think, Aaron?
I don't see Jey Uso winning the title for this match. I just feel like um wrestling fans in general are not patient. They want everything now. Just because something's hot, okay, pull the trigger. No, I feel like we have to be patient. His him winning the title has to mean something. He has to work for it and make it mean something. And that's something Triple H has been doing ever since he took over. Everything means something, not because something is popular and it's hot, you gotta pull the trigger. Um, so I think give him a little more time, give him a good story, make him earn it, make it mean something, and the payoff is 10 times better than just doing it now.